Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world today watching this recording. You may be in my Facebook group, in which case you can ask questions live in the question bit once I stop recording. But anyway, you may be in my Facebook group, you may be watching this on YouTube after I've done a bit of faffing about. You may be watching this somewhere else, but wherever it is you're watching this, I hope that you're here because you have heard about the term burnout. Now, burnout happens when you do too much, basically. And I'm here to tell you today that it's not what you do. It's not how much of it you do. It's doing what matters that counts. And it's this disconnection from what actually matters that is messing people up. So let's get real. I'm here to talk about this subject, and it's going to hopefully connect especially with those high achieving, driven women that are out there dealing with or dancing around burnout right now. I want to start with a harsh thought, yeah? Just so that you know exactly where I'm going with this. Burnout is not a badge of honor. No, stop it. Stop thinking that working yourself to the bone is going to be met with any additional praise. Getting a burnout situation is not even a sign of weakness, and it's definitely not something that you just push through. Yeah, you know me, I'm Tanya. I help busy business and career women just like you to prevent burnout, to prevent overwhelm, even when your schedule is packed tighter than a pair of Spanx after Christmas dinner. Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that, given that it's May at the time of recording. So today we're going to cover what burnout is, how to spot it, and most importantly, how to kick it to the curb and keep it from ever coming back. Because let's face it, yeah, you are here to thrive, not survive. Yeah. So let's start with, how do you recognize that you are burnt out? Well, for a start, it's not just having a bad week, right? So we have bad weeks. It's tricky to spot burnout because we are often so used to running at 110% that we've lost touch lost touch with even what normal even feels like. Yeah. Burnout isn't just being tired, it is a whole body, mind, spirit meltdown. Yeah. And that previous reference about not knowing what normal is, I first became aware of that when I was mentoring and then coaching, but mentoring initially women with disordered eating patterns. They had gone so far away from recognizing when they were hungry or thirsty that every single body signal they had was interpreted as, I need food. Yeah. I'm hungry, I need food. I'm fed up, I need food. I'm thirsty, I need food. And that last one comes from, way back when, in the distant depths of the past, when we got most of our water intake from food. So that signal of I'm thirsty could be satiated by water. Anyway, that is a tangent. So I'm going to take a deep breath and get back to it. Let's go for the key signs. Yeah. And I want you to be brutally honest with yourself as I go through these signs. Yeah. Be honest with yourself, brutally honest with yourself. Are you feeling emotional exhaustion? This can show up as feeling constantly drained, like a used tea bag is the way I describe it. Yeah. Are you reacting to stuff instead of having time and capacity to consider a measured response? Yeah, I've got another video about reacting versus responding. So if you're able to get straight to my YouTube channel, just search React, and it should find you that video. But I'll put a link to that underneath, actually. RVR link. Yeah, I shall put a link to that underneath this video, wherever you're watching it. Are you snapping at people that you love, even when they don't deserve it? Do you feel like you are just going through the motions of day-to-day life? Yeah. With no joy, no enthusiasm. So that's the emotional exhaustion. But you may also feel a sort of level of cynicism and detachment. And we're talking about a bad work attitude here, yeah? Have you become more negative or cynical about your work, your colleagues, or even your life in general? Yeah, the people around you. Do you find yourself distancing yourself from things that you used to care about, people that you used to care about? And talking of people, are you starting to see people as obstacles or numbers or people to give just work to, yeah, rather than actual humans? In addition to that, let's look at reduced performance. Now, the thing with reduced performance is that it's very easy to see it in yourself, because your inner critic, which again, I've talked about in other videos, your inner critic will jump up and give you a hard time. Yeah. But are you finding it harder and harder to focus? Is that inner critic getting so loud that it's really just getting on your nerves right now? Yeah. Are you making more mistakes than usual? Are you feeling less productive, even though you're working more hours? Yeah. Do you feel like you're not as effective as you used to be? And of course, there's physical symptoms too. Yeah. Is your body screaming no more? Have you tuned out? Are you not hearing it? Because if you don't listen to your body's signals, you're going to get shit like headaches, stomach problems, chronic fatigue, all sorts of physical shit's going to come up. Yeah. Are you sick more and more often? Is your sleep an absolute disaster area? Yeah. Now, I know that's a lot to take in, and I know it's a bit confronting. Yeah. But if you are sitting there thinking, oh crap, this is me, yeah, do not panic. You're not alone. In fact, the fact that you are here watching this means that you're ready to become aware of it. And now that you are aware of it, let's do something about it. And if you're still not sure, or if you want a more structured way to assess where you're at, yeah, I've created a quiz. Just writing it down to make sure that I don't forget to put the link for that in there as well. A quiz that will help you pinpoint your own burnout level. Yeah, I'll put the link for that in the description or in the comments, or message me if you want it. Just send me a message. It's I think it's 25 questions. Anyway, it's a really quick and easy way to get some clarity. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes. But the bottom line is, if you feel like you're running on fumes, if your spark has gone out, and if you're dreading your working day, that is a huge red flag. Listen to it. See it. Yeah. And if you're there, the next bit of this is all about what to do to get out of burnout. Yeah. So if you've recognized that you're burned out, or that you are close to burning out, now what? Good news is that burnout is not a life sentence. Yeah. You can recover. You can rebuild your life in a way that is sustainable, fulfilling. Yeah. But it's going to take more than, I don't know, a long weekend and a few glasses of wine. Yeah. You need to prioritize rest and recovery. This is a serious non-negotiable. You can't pour from an empty cup. Right now, your cup is bone dry. And this means that getting serious about your sleep and taking breaks throughout the day and scheduling downtime like it's a crucial business meeting is what you need to do, because it is. It is crucial to your business. It's crucial to your life that you are resourced. Number 2, get some boundaries. Yeah. I know. I have talked about boundaries so often, it must be like 1,000 times by now. But the fact that they keep coming up is an illustration to you how absolutely critical they are. You need to create space, yeah, a gap between you and the things or the people that are draining you. And that means learning how to say no to extra projects, delegating more, turning off your phone. Yeah. My phone is pre-programmed to go on to silent at 5 minutes past 8 every single day. And it doesn't come off silent until 7 o'clock in the morning when my alarm goes off to get me up in the morning. Yeah, that is how important sleep is. I have that 11-hour or 10-hour, 55 minutes slot in my day every single day to resource myself. Yeah. Now, I've got a PDF with 18 different ways to say no, so you can start to practice. I've also got a free module called Family Friendly Boundaries. I will put that FFB, say no. I'll put links for both of those in the comments as well, right? This talk is literally about highlighting all of the resources that I've got for free that you can access right now. Right now. Because it's time for you to reclaim your time. Yeah. Have a look at what really lights you up. What makes you feel alive? What did you used to enjoy before your life became a non-stop to-do list? Yeah. You need to start making time for those things again, whether it's hobbies, time with loved ones, creative pursuits, or anything else, Yeah. One of my favorite things to do is go for a walk and take my dog with me. And I also like to take a camera with me, even if it's just the camera on my phone, because especially at this time of year, everybody's gardens are waking up and there's all sorts of different flowers and blooms and plants everywhere. And sometimes I will look at how many pictures I've taken on my phone and I will turn them into a reel so that you can see what I enjoy. Yeah? Because that also helps me recharge, even though I think this is number 4, moving my body. Yeah, you need to move your body. I'm not talking about training for a marathon or, well, unless that's your thing. Yeah, do you like training for a marathon? Anyway, I'm talking about moving your body in a way that feels good, whatever that is, whether it's swimming, yoga, walking on a treadmill, I don't know, whatever works for you. You are the individual here. You are the person that counts in this conversation. Yeah, I see you. Seek support. Yeah, that's the next thing. You don't have to do it alone. You can talk to a therapist or a counselor or a coach like me. Yeah, I'm a trauma-informed coach, which means that I can hold you and the space that you need to deal with anything, really, anything. Maybe a trusted friend or a support group. I've also got a free Facebook group if you want to hop in there and share. Yeah. In fact, you're probably watching this in there. But anyway, getting an outside perspective on how you're feeling and having someone listen to you without judgment can make a huge difference to just figuring out whether or not you are burning out or whether or not you are just having a mare. Yeah. But I think the biggest bit of advice I've got for you is start small. Yeah. You didn't get here overnight. Yeah? You didn't get to this point of near as makes no damn difference burning out, right? You didn't get here overnight and you're not going to get out of it overnight, right? I am not about quick fixes. And this set of resources isn't about quick fixes either. Yeah, it's about making sustainable changes to your life. It's about rediscovering who you are outside of work. It's about creating a life that nourishes you rather than depletes you. Yeah. And once you get out of burnout, yeah, instead of just flying back into work with exactly the same mindset on, yeah, let's talk about how to prevent going there in the first place and how to prevent going back there. Yeah. Because this is really the most important part of this conversation. Yeah. Because if you can prevent burnout in the first place, yeah, or you can prevent yourself going back into that burnout pit again, that's got to be a win, right? Let's be honest. Burnout is a terrible place to be. It's horrible. And you deserve better. So here's my way of building a life that is burnout proof. 1, make self-care non-negotiable. Like that 11 hours and 55 minutes I've got before, in between. No, it's 12 hours and 55 minutes. Yeah, because it's 8:05 and I get up at 7. Is that 11 hours and 55 minutes? I can't even work that. I'm focused on this. Make a chunk of your time yours every day. Yeah. In my work calendar, yeah, there's non-working hours, and that starts at 8 and finishes, I think, at 10 in the morning, maybe 9 in the morning. Yeah. So that time is blocked out all the time, so that none of my clients can book in with me at that time, because I'm not going to be able to give my best at the end of a working day or right at the beginning of a working day. So my calendars are open for when I am at my best. Once I've gotten up, yeah, drunk a pint of water, had some coffee, been for a walk. Yeah. This self-care thing is and should be non-negotiable. It's not a treat. Yeah. It's a necessity. It's not a it's vital. Yeah. I'm running out of words right now. It's not something that you do when you have time to do it. Yeah. You have time, so schedule time and schedule that self-care into your life every single day. Yeah. Just like it's a meeting with your CEO, yeah, or your most important client. Because in your business, if you're an entrepreneur, you are your most important client. You are your own CEO. Yeah, this is you. Put you first. Really. I know. There's going to be people out there folding their arms saying, I haven't got time for self-care. Well, this is why you're burning out. Yeah, this is why. The next thing that I think is really important for all of us to do is to live in alignment with our values. Yeah. Now, if you are living, actually, let's question this. Are you living a life that reflects what is truly important to you? Yeah. Are you living what you teach? Yeah. Or are you constantly just doing things that feel out of alignment with your values just because it's what somebody else has asked you to do, or to keep up with some external expectation that is not even yours? Yeah. When your life is aligned with your values, you will have more energy, more resilience. And I've got another video. Oh, I've got a video on that as well. What's that called? I'll just put values, because I've got a video about values with a little exercise on how to find your values. But again, if that's something in particular you need, and you can't find, or if I can't find the link to put in the description or the comments, yeah, just message me and I will find it for you. It's also important for you to build a supportive environment around you, of people who lift you up, people who support your goals, people who respect your boundaries. As hard as it is, in the long run, it's worth it to ditch those energy vampires, yeah, the naysayers, the people who constantly drain you. And if there's someone in your life who is a constant drain for you and you choose not to ditch them, yeah, say it's your mum or your sister or a neighbor, yeah, someone who you can't cut out of your life, then make sure that there's a boundary there so that you can protect your energy from them, because it's all about what you do, not about what they do. Learn to say no. It's a skill. It takes practice, especially, you know, if you've been saying yes to everybody else and no to yourself forever. Yeah. Your no is a complete sentence. You don't need to justify it or explain it or apologize for it. Yeah. So let me know if you want that information about saying no. And finally, check in with yourself regularly. Yeah. Make it a habit to check in with yourself daily for about 10 minutes. Yeah. Weekly for, say, half an hour maybe. Yeah. Monthly to see how your whole month is running. Now, in my case, I skip the monthly one because I do, along with a bunch of other amazing business people, we do a 6-week sprint, then we have 2 or 3 cool down weeks. And then in that third week, or the second cool down week, depending on how long of a cool down we need, we then plan the next 6-week sprint. So I don't do the monthly one, but most of you will have an opportunity to just stop and take stock monthly or quarterly or 6 monthly. Yeah, certainly annually. Yeah. And this is not to be done on January 31st, December 31st. Yeah. Do this like at the end of the first week into January, so that you know what the following year is aiming for, but also far enough away from the previous year so you could draw a line under it and say, done. A lot of people in the UK do this annual thing, not in January. They do it in April because our tax year ends 5th of April. So I am debating in my own head whether to do my turn the page workshop, which is, you know, turn the page into 2025, which is the last one I did. I'm debating whether to run it again in April. Yeah. I'm recording this in May. I haven't done it this year, and that's why it's cropped up in my head. This checking in. Yeah, I didn't do it in April, and I'm wondering whether it would be more helpful for the business women in my following. But what this is about, right? What essentially all those things are about. Yeah, the making time for yourself, being in alignment with your values, being in a supportive environment, learning how to say no to other people instead of just yourself, because you're really an expert at saying no to yourself, aren't you? Yeah. What this is all about really is creating a life that is sustainable, fulfilling, joyful. Yeah. Not just one day, but for all the days, for the long haul. Yeah. It's about recognizing that you are your most valuable asset, and that taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's essential for your success, for your happiness, for your overall well-being, for your health. You are worth it, ladies, and it's time for you to start living it. Yeah, live it like you mean it. So, conclusion. I'm just wondering if there's anybody watching live, please do put something in the comments so that I know you're here. But anyway, we're now at the conclusion. Phew, that was burnout. Yes, you can't really put burnout in a nutshell. It's taken nearly half an hour. Yeah, because it's a serious issue. It's an absolutely serious issue. And I hope that this talk, whenever you watch this video, yeah, whenever you see it, I hope that it's the wake-up call that you need. Yeah. So whenever you see this, It's a sign that something needs to change. It's an opportunity for you to create a better, more sustainable life for yourself. Yeah, I know you can do it. You're strong, you're capable, you're amazing. You deserve to thrive. Yeah. And if you're ready to ditch burnout, I am here to help. So get in touch. Let me know what's going on. Yeah. Before I open for questions, I'm just going to stop the recording.